Hi guys, this is Karina. Welcome to Life of a Mermaid. So I'm back. Some of you may remember, some of you this could be the first time that you're watching. So I'll give a little introduction as to who I am, why I'm doing this, give you a little recap of kind of where I am in every aspect or some aspects of my life, and then we'll kind of just take it from there. And I'll kind of elaborate a little bit more in each video that I do. So to start, it's just me and my phone. Just a girl and her phone, her camera. So I will be doing no edits. So whatever you get, you get. Just being raw, open, and vulnerable. So that's part of the reason why I'm doing it that way. And then again, I suck at technology, so that's probably another reason. That's for real. But yeah, again, it's just gonna be me and my phone. So whatever I record, basically, I'm gonna just upload it and post. So there's nothing. Sorry, I had to decline a call. So there's nothing that that I would be editing or nothing like that. So whatever comes out, comes out. So why am I doing this? So I had started doing this a couple of months back. I think it's been about 6 months since I stopped. Um, the reason I started it again, it was to kind of push and challenge myself to being open, vulnerable, and raw. I'm really good at writing or, writing my feelings, expressing my feelings through writing, not so much and, talking or addressing it in person. So that was part of, something that kind of supported me in doing that. So that was kind of one of the reasons. Another reason as well was to share my story. um, I work in the mental health field. I want to be a therapist, or that's the goal and the commitment. But one of the biggest things that I want to do is reach out to people and, share my story. So we figured what better way than, through YouTube or through videos, through the internet, and talk about, my life, my daily struggles, my childhood traumas and stuff that I've experienced, and just kind of share that with the world. Whether you can either learn something from it or just, get a resource, get support, or even just knowing that you're not alone. Because it's crazy, like, just kind of through sharing my story or hearing other people share their stories, I know it normalized a lot of my life and my childhood and my troubles and traumas in general. Just like knowing, wow, like I'm not alone. So I kind of want to do the same. And then the third reason, I've, like I said, I want to be a therapist, and that's, my career goal. But I always wanted to be a trainer. I always wanted to like train like on specific subjects, topics, or I always wanted to reach out to the youth, particularly girls. Just growing, being a girl myself. And kind of growing up Hispanic and just knowing all, the expectations that were put on me and, us as women or girls. I always kind of, wanted to reach out and be that support to other girls. So I kind of wanted to speak on that. Again, growing up Latina, growing up in a typical Mexican home, having a very submissive, mother, more dominant father, just kind of the expectations of a Mexican couple or Mexican, relationship, and kind of how that works and stuff like that. So I've always kind of, been so passionate about that. So all of those things are kind of what led me doing my videos and posting my videos. Like I said, I had stopped maybe about 6 months ago. As some of you know, some of you don't. I had to work out. I was doing a beach workout. I had an accident. I fell, twisted my ankle. Technically broke my ankle. Had surgery. So during that time, I got really depressed. Just got really down. You know, I think it's taken a couple months to really like literally get back on my feet. And just kind of get my life back on track and feel like myself again, and slowly, get back to what I was doing and would, figure out new things and just kind of move forward. So I had stopped, and then again, I was doing them daily, which I think also added a lot of pressure. I know towards the end, I was just like, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to talk about. So that's another reason why I stopped. So now my commitment is to once a week. Maybe, a couple, maybe 2, 3 times a week, or like as things come up, but the commitment is once a week. So yeah, so like I said, I'll be basically sharing about my day, my week, since it'll be, like I said, most likely once a week. And then again, I'll choose like a certain topic. Either share something about my life, share something, or just my opinion or views on a certain topic. Sorry. So if you guys have any questions, anything in particular that you want to know or want me to talk about, feel free to comment on the video. Feel free to reach out to me via text, call me, email, fire signal, snail mail, email, whatever, social media, whatever way you have contacting me, just, you can always do that. Or again, just comment here. So I think that's a little overview of what I will be doing and why I'm doing this. So who am I? Like I said, my name is Karina. I am a huge fan of mermaids. Little Mermaid in particular, but mermaids in general. So that's what I usually say, welcome to Life of a Mermaid, since it's my life. I was talking to my friend earlier today. Unfortunately, I am a mermaid that can't swim. I know the irony of it all. But I am a mermaid. I am married. I've been married, it'll be 4 years in June. We've been together for 12 years in June. Happily married. He's my soulmate. He's an amazing guy, and like every couple, we have our ups and downs. But I mean, I wouldn't want to face life with anyone else but him. Mostly we know him. His name's Sal. We'll most likely be talking about him a lot. So, just kind of introducing you to him, and he's, my relationship. And again, he's a big part of my life and my world. We have no kids. We do have 2 dogs and a leopard gecko. So our fur babies and our reptile baby, I guess you would call them. So we do call them the boys, since they're all boys. So if you ever hear me say, oh, the boys, or we did this with the boys, most likely it'll be our babies, our fur babies. I'm the middle child of 3, all girls. My relationships right now with them are not the greatest. I know it has a lot to do with me and kind of where I'm at, and my headspace and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm slowly kind of getting my life back on track. So I know, just kind of figuring things out in that sense. And I think, as I go on, or in other videos, I'll talk a little bit more about that and why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. Again, a lot of it is in my mind, and I know that. And I've tried to address it with them as well, and just letting them know, like, it's in my head. I know it's me. I'm trying to figure things out, and then I can move forward, and we can move forward. But yeah, it's a little on family. My mom, same thing. Our relationship is definitely better now that I'm an adult than it was like growing up as a kid, or even like especially a teenager. But I know there's still a lot of things that we get to work on as well, and I know that I get to work on myself and let go of a lot of just childhood resentments and traumas and just things like that, and to be able to really embrace her and our relationship and be able to move forward. So again, I know a lot of it has to do with me and things that I'm working on. But that's kind of where we're at. My dad is incarcerated. He is in prison. I know I've shared about this before in previous videos. He will get out sometime next year. So I do get to talk to him at least once a week. Typically, he'll call my mom on Sundays, and that's usually when I'll go visit. So I did talk to him this Sunday. So it was nice just kind of, hearing his voice, catching up briefly. It's weird since, and now I'm definitely in a better place with it. Definitely mixed emotions about his release date. And again, there's things there and stuff like that. He will be getting deported, so, he'll be out, but it won't be what it was before. And then again, it'll be 10 years, that we haven't been in each other's lives that way, aside from calls, letters, and stuff like that. So it's just a lot of mixed emotions. Again, something that I will talk about more later on. But yeah, so I normally get to talk to him once a week, usually, if I go to my mom's or whatever. But I think our relationship has definitely gotten better since he got incarcerated, as crazy or more dark or morbid as may seem to say that. But he remembers birthdays, he remembers holidays, calls us. He had like sent gifts before and stuff like that for birthdays, like the little bracelets. Like he'll have people like draw pictures and stuff like that, and he'll send them to us, like cards and stuff like that. So it's crazy or it's sad to say, but yeah, like our relationship definitely, I think, expanded and grew. Once he got incarcerated, I felt like we got to know him a little bit more, a different side of him that I probably hadn't seen, since I was a little girl. So yeah, so that's kind of family stuff. Friends, definitely. I definitely feel like I'm in a really good place as far as my friends and relationships in that area. Again, breaking my ankle and all that stuff, like I really had to depend on people and I really had to be very vulnerable. I had no choice really. It just, I couldn't drive, I couldn't do anything. So if people wanted to hang out with me, they would have to come to my house, wait till Falcon could drive me on the weekends, or they would have to come pick me up themselves and then we can go out. So I really was able, like, it really pushed me to be raw, and that was one thing that I really really struggled with, just asking for support and being, just being that vulnerable. I've always been more like the strong one, the one that has like her shit together. So to be so vulnerable like that, and needing people, it was definitely tough, but it definitely brought me a lot closer to my friends. So I think, and Sal too, but yeah, like my friendships definitely got strengthened a lot with that. So I'm beyond grateful for that experience. Like I said, it sucked, but I know I got a lot of good things out of it and things that I needed. Um, so yeah, friendships are really good. Recently kind of reconnected with my best friend. And it's been amazing. Like, it's been kind of like, it's like we're kids again, we're always just texting each other and just being a mess, the way best friends do. And then I have two other friends that I'm also really really close with, who are also probably two of my best friends. But yeah, in general, again, all my friendships have been really really good. So I feel like I'm in a really good place. I know there's been some distance with other friends, but at this point, just looking at it as, me, I've like we've gotten out of each other the friendship what we were supposed to get, and then there's just kind of a bit of a distance. And it is what it is. Like I said, right now I'm just focusing on, you know on myself and just figuring things out in general. What else? So career wise, work wise, I do work at a mental health clinic. I am a job developer. I assist individuals with mental illness to obtain employment. um, I love what I do. It's very rewarding, to hear someone just, come from a mentality, or have society tell them that they won't be able to work because they have a mental illness, and to see them, come through your door, and you see them grow, and, you get the call, or the next time you see them, it's like, I got the job, and it's an amazing feeling. And just to see how proud they are themselves, to see their struggles, to see kind of how they, through their journey of becoming like a beautiful butterfly, like it's amazing. I love it. Like I always tell them, when you get the job, I get the job. When you don't get the job, I don't get the job, because I am invested with them and stuff like that. And you know we apply together, I support them and stuff like that. So it is something that we do together and stuff like that. So yeah, but I love what I do. Like I said, I want to be a therapist. So the commitment is to go back to school. I want to get my master's in social work, and then I would get licensed. So I want to have my LCSW, so I can become a therapist, practice therapy, and eventually, once I'm licensed, I would love to have my own private practice. So that's the overall goal or commitment as far as career. What else? Um, Hobbies. I love dancing. I actually just recently went dancing. A couple weeks ago was my first time dancing since October, and first time dancing since my accident and surgery. So it was amazing. I actually lasted a lot longer than I thought I would. It was great just being back in that scene, being back dancing. It was just awesome. Yeah, towards the night, like my ankle was like, okay, bitch, you're done. So it's kind of leaning on walls and stuff like that. It's kind of raising my foot and, doing a dance with like my foot up and stuff like that. But yeah, it was amazing. I love reading. I grew up pretty much like less than a block away from a library. So we were practically there almost every day. Once we moved to a different home, we would go every week. We would go once a week. So, kind of grew up around books. Love reading. I had stopped for a while, and this year I actually made one of my New Year's resolution was to read 12 books. So I broke it down to one a month. But just to kind of help with that, I read. My commitment or goal is to read a minimum of 10 pages a day. Usually I try to do 15 to 30. Yeah, again, sometimes if I get caught up in the book, I end up reading more. But that's kind of the goal. So I've been reading a lot lately. I love doing crafts. Haven't done it in a while. Right now, my younger sister's getting married, so we're working on her bridal shower stuff. So I've been, doing little crafts here and there for that. I do have a crafting business, but I haven't really, again, been really promoting it or pushing it or really doing any crafts for it. But I do crafts on, my downtime, and then again, for holidays, kind of try to sell them. Or if people have anything specific that they want, then I'll do something for them and sell it. Obviously, got an order, so I am working on that. I'll definitely share with you guys once I do it. What else do I do? Let's go into body. So I had, again, I was doing really good. I was going to the gym daily. Before my injury, I was going to the gym twice a day. I would go in the morning, then go after work. Had a somewhat of a little meal plan going on. After the injury, I still continued to work out a little bit. I would do little things that I could. Kind of work more hand stuff. Found the workouts to do when you're injured. Did that for a while, but again, the depression hit, and then I kind of stopped. And at that point, yes, I was being a brat. I can admit it. It got to the point where I was like, look, either I can fucking walk, or I can eat what the fuck I want, right? And so I was eating bad. I started eating junk food and stuff like that, and so it kind of started from there. And then once I started walking again in December, it was so slowly kind of getting back, literally on my feet, and just kind of getting back on track. But it's been hard to really get back on track with the food. It's kind of just been like up and down, where I have like some really good days and some really bad days, and then I'll be doing really good and then just have like a bad meal. So it's just kind of been like an up and down thing. The last 2-3 weeks, I haven't been working out. Again, my eating has been kind of bad. Just a lot of things with my body in general. I was having abdominal pain, having abdominal and lower back pain. Got really, really bad. I went to saw the doctor. We did ultrasound, did CT scan. Turns out I had ovarian cyst. Saw the doctor last week. Turns out she said everything's normal. They're not cancerous or anything like that. So she said, basically all she gave me was birth control. So it's been less than a week since I've been taking it. Still have some pain, not as bad as it was. So I'm hoping that as I'm continue with the pill and stuff like that, that it would get better, or that it will take the pain away. And then I just have to basically at this point just kind of keep an eye on certain symptoms and things like that, and just follow up with my doctor if needed. But yeah, so like I said, my body's just kind of been all over the place, so I kind of haven't been really focusing or really doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And yeah, there are excuses. I'm not gonna sit here and lie or play the victim and stuff, because I'm not. I have a choice. So I'm just basically trying to get out of my head and get back on track, because that's ultimately something that I want. And again, like part of it. I mean, I know I'm never gonna be a size 0, like, well, toward size 0, but not like real world size 0, and I'm okay with that, because it's not about that. That's a plus, just to be able to wear certain clothing, or just And it's not even about the way that it looks. It's more about being confident in myself, and being able to wear certain things because I have that confidence and I can rock it, you know. Who cares what anyone else fucking thinks, as long as I think I fucking look good in it and I'm gonna rock it and I'm gonna be confident, then that's what matters, and that's ultimately what I'm striving for and what I'm working towards. Um, and then another biggest thing that really pushed me towards the fitness goal, or, you know, towards fitness in general, was that I want to have, you know, I mean, some days I do, some days I don't, but like when I envision myself being a mom, like I want to be able to go to the park with my kids. You know, I want to be able to run with them and play with them and not be out of breath and be like, oh my God, I'm dying. You know, I want to be able to just do things with them without having to think like, oh, can I do it? What about my weight? What about this? What about that? You know, and overall, just health in general. But yeah, so I had lost 30 pounds. Like I said, now I know it's kind of been up and down. Sorry, but yeah, getting back on track. My overall goal was to lose over. I know, like from where I started to where I want to be at, it is 100, like 120 pounds technically total that I want to lose. So if we lost 30, then sorry guys, I'm bad at math. 90, like 90 pounds to go, I think. Whatever, but yeah, that's kind of the goal where I'm at. What else? Um, I think that covers the biggest things. Oh, I did do my first 5K a couple weeks ago, April 6th. So I was super, super excited. Again, something that wanted to do to push myself, and again, just kind of, I guess, testing the ankle and testing where I am physically and what I can and can't do. I jogged. Sal did it with me. And he stayed with me again. He's such a trooper and such an amazing man and husband. So he was with me. We did it under an hour. It ended up being like 55 minutes and something. We jogged a bit, and then, you know, jogged, run, and then walked most of it. But again, it was just about pushing myself and pushing, you know, my limits. And so it was amazing. I want to do another one this year. And then again, I want to be able to do more, just pushing myself. One of the goals, it's like I am a runner, and I, you know, want to work on that, being able to do more, 5Ks eventually, a 10K eventually, you know, half marathon, eventually a marathon. I know it takes a lot. Oh, excuse me. I know it takes a lot of, like, you know, practice and whatnot to do that. So that is like the overall goal and commitment. But yeah, so I did my first one, super, super excited. Well, you know, first one since the injury and surgery and stuff like that. And I know that's just the beginning. I think that kind of covers who I am. Well, I'll give you a little more. I do struggle with anxiety, depression, and PTSD. PTSD, I think, is somewhat under control at the moment. Anxiety, same thing. I haven't really experienced any panic attacks in years. Um, yeah, I want to say, well, at least maybe a year. Maybe just minor little episodes, or just, you know, kind of just feeling nervous, worried, but no like full on panic attack like I've had in the past. And then the depression, something kind of goes up and down, but no major, 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 you know, depression episodes and stuff like that. So it is something that I struggle with. Again, I say struggle with, and, you know, I have a diagnosis of that, but that's not who I am. I'm not identified by that. It's something that I struggle with, you know, and I live with, but I'm not those things. Um, yeah, now I think that really covers, you know, everything about who I am and a little bit of where I am in my life in all these areas. Like I said, I'll be posting weekly, and I'll give, you know, go into different topics and elaborate more on some of the things that I kind of touch base upon today, or give you a little preview on. Again, if you guys have any questions, anything that you want to know in particular, let me know, and I would definitely address that. Typically, you'll probably see my videos either in my car, in my room, um, you know, or kind of just depending on where I'm at. I do have an appointment today, so came a little early, so I just decided to do this, and then I'll go in. But yeah, typically you will see me in my car or my room, normally. And but yeah, like I said, I think that covers it for today. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for your love and support. And again, any questions, comments, feel free to do it here. Call me, text me, email, whatever. All right, have a good day, and I love you guys.